We are back with a little update, mostly just documenting this stuff. Since I have changed the oil in my last video, I had what, 4.6, 4.8, we'll call it 5 hours on this thing. I've been adding oil. Of course, it came from Make Ready without pretty much any oil in it. I had to add it. It's been smoking, having issues. I changed the oil completely, and that was at 5 hours. And I've since mowed with it. Yesterday makes my third day or third time mowing. First time was my yard, and a couple weeks later I mowed the neighbors on one side of me, and then just yesterday I mowed the neighbors on the other side of me, and then I went through my yard real quick. So total hours now is, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Let's see if I can get the angle. It's 11.7. So takes almost a couple hours to mow. Like I said, I mowed mine, the neighbors, and the other neighbors. So that's 3 yards times 2 would be 6, plus the 4 or 5 hours that are on there. So there you go. So let's see. Now each time I started this, or before I started the thing, I noticed that every time I mow a yard, the oil drops about a quarter way on the dipstick. So I've been watching it. It was full. It was topped off. And it did not smoke that time. Now this time, of course, I mowed a yard and it dropped a quarter. So 3/4. I mowed another yard. It dropped another quarter, half. And I mowed, before I started to mow my other neighbor's yard yesterday, it was about the quarter mark, quarter on the dipstick. And I mowed her yard and my yard. And I have not checked this. I pulled in the garage last night and I'm like, I need to check the oil, and I bet I need to change the oil. So here we are. I haven't touched the dipstick. I haven't done anything. Matter of fact, I'm just going to set the camera down here. Not going to be the best angle. It's going to be a little crooked. But we're going to check her. We're going to check the oil here. That's dark. I don't know if you guys can even see this. I don't have the right lighting or nothing right now. But I can see that it's a little dark. The oil's a little dark. So that tells me that the air filter is mediocre. I mean, yeah, oil gets dark over time, heat and everything else, but it needs to be a better air filter on this thing. All right, so dipstick is clean. And as you know, with the FR series engines, you just drop the dipstick in, you don't screw it down, you just let it rest, and you pull it out and recheck. So here we go. Nice clean dipstick. Voila. About on the quarter mark, right on that bottom dot. There's 4 dots. I don't know if you guys can even see this, but quarter way up. So this thing is drinking it's dropping a quarter each time. Not a quarter, well, yeah, would that be a quarter? Oh, at least a quarter of a quart per hour and a half, thereabouts. Yeah. Do one more time. Nice and clean. I let it go. It's resting there. Yeah, it's smeared on the back, but you get the idea. So if this thing takes 2 quarts, and every time you mow, you're having to put at least a quarter to a half a quart in there, maybe there's something wrong with this, right? No. It'd be nice if my dealer would answer their emails, text, and answer their phones, but you know what? Like I said in my previous video, this dealer can... Oh, shit! We all know that this dealer sucks. And Scag knows what's going on, but they don't care to comment. They don't care to get involved. I'm just the squeaky wheel over here. I'm the Karen. I'm the negative Nancy over here whining because my brand new engine... Oh yeah, it smoked, by the way, yesterday when I started it. And it wasn't just, I pulled too much choke and it was smoking it. No, It smoked, it filled this garage, well, it didn't fill the garage like the first time, but it was still pretty bad where I had to turn on the fan and keep the doors open. And even 15 minutes of circulating the fan and the air in here on high, closing the doors, 3 hours later, Mrs. Jello comes home, opens the garage, she's like, holy crap. You could smell it. The oil, it stinks in the garage. So here we are, just documenting again, brand new 2021 Scag Liberty Z, my third Scag, in case this is your first time here. FR series, I know it's residential, whatever. I'm gonna have to put a little foam, pre-filter on here. Maybe it'll help, but should not have to. And the Hurricane Mulch Kit, it leaves stragglers on both sides. I've leveled the deck, the tire pressure's set correctly. Everything's good, it is what it is. So I wouldn't waste the money on, first of all, don't even buy a Scag at this point. Just save your money, go buy like a Toro or a Cub Cadet with a fabricated deck. Parts are cheap, they're available at Home Depot. You know, I was a Scag fanboy until the dealers and Scag and everyone started screwing me over. And obviously got an oil consumption issue, the thing smokes, and my dealer's nowhere to be found. They ghosted me. So that's fine. They want to continue to ignore me. I'll just keep exposing the issues. It is what it is what I'm trying to say. You know, but oh well, just giving you guys a quick update. Here's some quick bonus footage. I'm gonna do an oil change, but I started cleaning and one thing led to another, and I had to pull off the cowl cover so I could get to the fins to blow out all the dirt. In the process, you have to remove the screen, and so here I am, and I'm gonna clean out the carburetor. A little bit of oil in there, not much, but I'm gonna stuff it with this and then blow all this stuff clean. So, oh no, he voided the warranty. What warranty? My dealer won't even call me. Another quickie, 11 hours, right? That's all the dirt that came out of it. I'm still tapping dirt out. Look at all this dirt. So from a glance, this may look okay, right? Well, let me get a flashlight. What you can't see, that's not media, that's dirt. That's packed. All in here. It's packed with dirt. This side, the top, looked okay from a glance, but as you can see, it's just not worth it, folks, on an FR series engine. Every 10 hours you need to replace this filter. I'm not going to sit here and tap that out, mess with this, just throw a new filter on there. Alright guys, I break shit so you guys don't have to. So I took a Milwaukee Sawzall and I cut the top off the air filter and used some scissors, and I pried back the screen, and you can see underneath the screen all of the dirt. Most of it fell out from the Sawzall, the vibration, but you can see that gets stuck underneath there. So while it may look good at a glance, even though it's got 11 hours on it, the inside's clean. That's the most important. But I will say the FR series engine is every 10 hours, just replace it. If you can find the little foam pre-filter that wraps around this, stick one of those on. It'll help greatly. But yeah, every 10 hours, just go ahead and replace this. 11.8 hours. We're at it again. Changing the oil, dripping down into the pan. Gonna use Kawasaki, the synthetic blend this time. Give it a full detail for retail, a new filter and a pre-filter on there. So let's hope she don't smoke and consume a bunch of oil this time. Stay tuned for a follow-up.